Hello, my beautiful souls. Welcome into your daily read. We're going to talk about Tuesday. I hope you're doing amazing. We're going to begin and pull from the Sacred Destiny Oracle deck and then pull some tarot. So let's do some initial shuffling and get it going. To begin for this upcoming Tuesday. Okay, illumination. They're saying just that first one. What else do we have? Going forward. And purity and courage. Okay, so these feel accurate in comparison to the first attempt to get this done. Illumination first and foremost. A day where it feels like at least part of your path is feeling more so clear, being illuminated by spirit and or your intuition, certain levels of guidance taking place, you feeling as if you, for some guided to the reading, feeling some illumination taking place in regards to what you've been through, why something didn't work out or why something did work out, or a little bit of both, or how something actually happened if you didn't see it fully or clearly to that extent. Weird wording, but a sense of a bit of fog dissipating from your vision, things looking clear. Even I feel like, granted, you won't have potentially full clarity, illumination by the end of this Tuesday, but a bit more will feel enlightening and important for you. But going forward, and so naturally part of you gaining this level of illumination, or different levels of which, depending on your situation, is so that you can move forward with confidence, with courage, all right, to make sure that you have the ability to clearly see what's ahead to the extent that you're meant to, and to take the appropriate precautions and steps in the right direction for you. This could also be more so in regards to you needing to be able to intelligently, strategically make an important choice for yourself. Say you don't know what you want yet, or you're weighing out options. For some, you know what you want. It's very clear cut for you at this point. And so you're gaining illumination about how to move forward successfully. But either way, we're trying to help you in your system, your intuition. Once again, certain factors of this day, pieces adding up, are in what you're seeing and witnessing is helping you to shift on forward successfully. All right, to have the courage once again to do so. But I'm also hearing, to have the courage to make a change. This could be a small change for you that's being highlighted throughout the day. Say it's a bad habit. It could be who and what you associate yourself with. Self-improvement could come into play once again, tying back into the Monday reading. Could be in regards to, say, switching up your living situation, a career switch up, a different type of investment for you. But the courage to make a change, and trusting that as long as you are wholeheartedly owning and trusting your intuition and selectively trusting your spiritual guidance, as I always say on this channel, you're making the right choice and things will fall into place as they're meant to. But this very much representing your individual energy being drawn to this reading, having this pure, honest, and I want to say kind, at least for the most part, kind of energy, and this purity about you shining through in whatever you decide to put out there throughout the day, and surrounding it, whatever you decide to wrap yourself up with and who you decide to wrap yourself up with. And so I feel like this purity is working to your advantage. And I feel like Spirit's saying, with the pure way about you tied into your courage and your experience and knowledge all the meanwhile, you can do no wrong, or you simply will be able to make whatever you decide to move towards and or continue successful. Good beginning. I'm also hearing your eyes are piercing. You have a bold way about you, though, that bold, pure, and likable, at the same time, I want to say pretty calm kind of way of being. That's coming into play throughout this day. And I'm also hearing, as I'm drawn to this light right here, and this again, the light is shining down upon you. So there could be some spotlight attention, whether you were looking for it, asking for it, or not. Could be a little bit of both. Some tarot. Let's do some shuffling. Working towards a new beginning is what I'm hearing. Working towards more fulfillment. You could find that there's some work that's involving levels of prediction, or somebody you maybe even yourself predicted something about your work or whatever you're working towards or you're meant to. The Six of Pentacles. It feels like there's just a lot of gifting to you from the spiritual realm throughout this day and surrounding it. A sense of you feeling like things are working out, but then there are certain factors that make you doubt that at certain points, or make you question how much of your life is working to your advantage at this time. But when there are certain imperfections and difficulties and annoyances at hand, doesn't that just remind you why you want to change? Why you need to dig for or maintain that courage to do what's right for you? A very Eight of Cups kind of vibe. To get to, yeah, the Nine of Cups, the Ten of Cups, and be ultimately happy and feel like there are very minimal imperfections at hand. Because nothing's going to be perfect, right? But gift of illumination, all right? The abundance in that sense. But I just feel like you will also be gaining clarity on how much money you're meant to save, or money is meant to come, how much money is meant to come in moving forward, how you're meant to make your money more so moving forward, how successful something's meant to be. Yeah, and when I said how successful something's meant to be, whether it's something continued or something new, I was drawn to the Ace of Cups at the bottom of the deck, talking about your third eye opening and the cup overflowing from something new and or continued, let's just put it that way. And the ability and the courage to, the push, if you will, that drive to just keep swimming, to just do what you got to do. Even if at times you feel like you're swimming in circles, if you look at the fish kind of swarming around this cup, it feels like you are doing repetitive things or going through certain cycles or certain yeah, does that would make sense? If you like say you're trying to save up a specific amount of money, for example, and you feel like you have to go through your work week or work days and just make money or run your business, and then it feels very repetitive, but you're saving up money nonetheless, regardless of how slow that progression is. Just an example once again, but that's kind of the vibe. Just keep swimming. Do what you got to do. You'll get to where you're meant to be. You'll achieve what you're meant to when the time is right. But regardless, you're being pushed to see things more so clearly once again, but also to recognize and or remember your cup is overflowing, and it will more so for some when it comes to something new. Looks like we're pairing these with each card. Look at this. The Justice card and, no, these aren't right. The Justice card going with the Going Forward card, because I sense that this is Spirit's way of saying in certain ways throughout this day, especially throughout this reading, that going forward towards what's meant for you, even if you are just starting to gain a bit of vision as to what that looks like for you or what that actually is. But again, some do already know what it is for you. You're going to gain justice. This lies ahead for you. Very much this day talking about your path and starting to shift forward towards, or when the time is right, towards more justice. For some, there's justice and victory on your way to a new beginning or a new detour along your path that gives you different levels of justice. Amazing. But let's pull one for the Purity card. Okay, coming out, we have the Six of Cups. Very interesting. I want to say also these two being relevant, the Two of Pentacles and the Eight of Cups, talking about you going through a balancing act, weighing out options potentially, weighing out what's making you happy and what's not, but all the meanwhile needing to do what's right for you, okay? Comparing and contrasting is what I'm getting. But the Purity card talking about how you are seeing generosity flow towards you because of your purity, because of your way of being in general. But the way you are now, you might be pushed to, by Spirit, remember a time when you were more so youthful and pure in that sense, when you didn't have certain factors of your life up until this point and currently affect the way you are or the way you view things, the way you tackle things. Does that make sense? And so that may push you to just kind of take it down a notch or back it up a bit or just adjust things here and there. And I feel like that will benefit you greatly, all right? To not let, I'm hearing the weathered storm, to not let the aftermath of certain factors of your life up until this point affect the way you view the world or your situation, what lies ahead. And I really feel like, again, it's going to be advantageous for you moving forward for whatever you continue and or begin. It's a good reading. At least it feels like it. You never really know until you rewatch it as a reader, for the most part. The King of Wands, absolutely beautiful as we get ready to wrap this up, talking about how you have this courage, passion, boldness, this way about you that you need to either dig for and or continue to allow to grow, or just, they're saying prosper, for you to move forward and do what's right for you. Looking at this card once again doesn't mean things aren't going to be a little bit rocky, a bit difficult at times, right? Obstacles and whatnot. But you have what it takes from what you've been through, what you are going through, and what you know at this point, and what Spirit's pushing you to adjust in, and whatnot, to overcome these things, to cope with them, to make things work out in your favor. And I really feel, as they're showing me the Hermit card, the ability to light the way for yourself and potentially other people, but to make sure that whatever you continue and or begin as this day prepares you to go forward once again, to make sure that all of which is very successful for you, to say the very, very least. All right? So I hope this was truly helpful. I'm sending you all of the love and light. Go enjoy your day, and I'll definitely see you next time.